Just like with everything else in Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Black Panther Wakanda Forever is set to push identity politics and woke messaging down people's throats, as if there was ever a doubt. We heard Kevin Feige and Victoria Alonso years ago say that that would be the focus in Phase 4, that no longer would they worry about entertaining people, about telling compelling stories with interesting characters. No, instead what they wanted to do was preach about social justice and identity politics. That would be the priority over entertaining people. And to be fair, what they promised is exactly what we've gotten from Phase 4. And with Wakanda Forever set to be the ending for Phase 4, a lot of people think it's going to be exactly the same way. And sure enough, people involved with Wakanda Forever are already saying all of the things we would expect them to say. Black Panther Wakanda Forever producer claims Namor is, quote, the voice of the colonized. So I guess this starts to make a lot more sense why they decided to cast Namor this way, why they decided to give Namor a certain type of accent, and of course, change the pronunciation of his name from Namor to Namor, because it's all about identity politics. That's why these decisions are being made. That's why these casting decisions are being made. And if people would actually fucking admit that, at least then we could be honest with each other about why these things are happening. But let's get into this. A sequel to a show, or a sequel to a movie that came out a couple years ago, where there was already a lot of immigration analogies and Wakanda first and things like that, but we just gotta ramp that up for the sequel. Black Panther Wakanda Forever producer Nate Moore recently claimed that the film depicts Namor as the voice of the colonized. During an interview with Phase Zero, Moore spoke about Namor and his depiction in the upcoming Marvel Studios film. When asked what he wanted Namor to be in the MCU, he said, "We thought it was really interesting, both to bring a little bit of the attitude of Namor from publishing, who's always been incredibly arrogant and sort of confident, but also to ground it in a real conflict. So let's try to bring up something in the real world, bring in real world immigration and colonization allegories. Can't wait." Moore continued, "And I think when Ryan decided to really anchor the world of Talocan in the Mayan culture and to have Namor be a little bit of the voice of the colonized, it gave him a reason for that arrogance and a reason for that attitude. And Tenoch really brings it to life in the way we were so impressed by." Yes, these are the reasons that they do these race swaps, these heritage swaps, whatever you want to call them, when they make these characters. They do it so that they can tell a real world story, make it for the modern day. All this bullshit you continue to hear time after time, when in reality, what audience wants is the audience just wants these characters that they're pulling from the comic books to be those characters. They want them to be those characters, not race swap, not gender swap, not sexuality swapped for some fucking political talking point. Just give us those characters. But unfortunately, Namor is nowhere to be found in this. Moore also discussed the way Namor's name's pronounced. A recent clip from the film sees Huerta pronouncing Namor's name Namor, rather than the typical pronunciation of Namor. And we can show you that, this cringe fucking clip. I think we roasted this. Maybe we should take it from the YouTube channel. Might be a little bit brighter here.
Stop! Right there! Who are you? And how did you get in here?
This place is amazing. The air is pristine. And the water. My mother told stories about a place like this. A protected land with people that never have to leave, that never have to change who they were.
Bring it in, bring it in, bring in the allegories to today and what's going on today. Please, more of it. That's what the MC audiences are asking for, right? Oh no, it's the opposite. And the further they push down this identity politics bullshit rabbit hole, the worse it gets.
Reason that you have to reveal your secret to the world.
I am not a woman who enjoys repeating herself. Who are you?
I have many names. My people call me Kukunkan. But my enemies call me Namor.
My enemies call me Namor. Yes, can't wait for this cringe soap opera type of acting to come once again to the MCU. More explained, Namor, I would say, he's obviously given that name also by someone in the film, so it's not even something that's from him, but there's certainly a way a Spanish speaker or even a Mayan speaker would say Namor versus the way an English speaker or someone who's a bit more Western would say Namor. And we thought that was really interesting. It's reality that people face, and it felt more genuine than having everybody pronounce it correctly, to be quite honest. This is what the MCU is all about. It's about identity politics and social justice. No longer do they want to actually entertain people with great storytelling. No, instead it's, hey, go watch this because we're talking about being colonized. We're talking about immigration. And of course, at the end of the day, we can all bring this back to how evil white people probably are. They're probably going to have a bonding session between these two peoples to be like, you know what, who the real enemy is? Probably white folks. Probably what's going to end up happening with this iteration of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's going to be cringe. You saw those clips that were out there. People were roasting so much of the promotional clips that Marvel put out for this movie. And now we get to hear this about the history and why they decided to do these certain things with Namor. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.